Kilauea Erupts is of March 16th of 2025. There are currently 46 volcanoes which are actively erupting around the planet, a total which is one less than were erupting last week. One of the three actively erupting shield volcanoes at the present is Hawaii's Kilauea volcano, which is located on the southeast portion of the Big Island. While it might not be actively outputting large volumes of lava at the present, it is indeed still erupting. Hence, the orange glow from shallow magma in this footage. Since December 23rd of 2024, Kilauea has produced 13 episodes of lava fountaining, which lasted anywhere from 13 hours to 8.5 days in length. The 13th such episode lasted for 13 hours on March 11th, generating spectacular lava fountains, heights of 525 feet or 160 meters. A 14th episode is now expected to begin between March 18th and March 20th of 2025. This eruptive series has distributed fairly large amounts of tephra near the southwestern caldera rim edge, as you can see in these images. And now, here are this week's top volcano-related news stories. In Indonesia, the Raung volcano produced a new, albeit brief, explosive eruption, sending a plume of ash 1,500 meters above its summit. While that occurred on Java, volcanic unrest occurred at another complex on the island of Sumatra, as the Kerinci volcano produced a spike in both tremor Lanin, earthquakes and the rate of volcanic earthquakes. And in what is this week's top story, in Argentina, an unusually strong earthquake swarm occurred at a scenic and symmetrical volcano, which many locals incorrectly think is extinct. However, the relevant Lanin volcano is still active, just not as much as its neighbor Villarrica, which has an active lava lake and is thus currently erupting 45 kilometers to the west-northwest. For reference, this Argentine volcano, Lanin, last erupted around 1,100 years ago, and during the Holocene, or since 9700 BCE, has covered this area, or 47.33 square kilometers, in a layer of lava. Despite this, Lanin has almost been completely quiet throughout modern times, albeit with a brief earthquake swarm on February 15th of Machine. That swarm involved 59 earthquakes across a period of 45 minutes. Well, on March 13th of 2025, another such brief but intense earthquake swarm was observed, beginning at 11:00 AM local time. Dozens of earthquakes began striking one after the other beneath a glaciated portion of its northern flank. None of these earthquakes were larger than magnitude 2, meaning they were all micro-earthquakes. But across the next 5 hours, a total of 62 earthquakes struck. Although this did not occur alongside any other activity, seismicity returned to normal levels after the fact, leaving us pondering what caused this swarm. I personally suspect the movement of hydrothermal fluids as the source rather than magma, but this is just pure